Really want to ask Dwight and hear from him, kamusta naman ang election day dyan and what are the themes emerging from Calabarzon and the voters there? Go ahead, Dwight.
Yes, Pia, good evening. It's already past 6 p.m. and we only have a little over 30 minutes bago magsara yung mga polling precincts. Yung mga kandidatong sinundan natin sa Calabarzon region have already voted sa Batangas, sa Lipa City. Nakaboto na si Vilma Santos Recto, who's running for governor, as well as other members of her family, including her vice gubernatorial candidate or her running mate, Luis Manzano, who's entering politics for the first time. Yung kanyang kalaban, si Dodo Mandanas, nakaboto na rin sa Bawan, sa bayan ng Bawan. Dodo has been the governor of Batangas for 3 consecutive terms and isa siya sa haligi ng probinsya. And he's already term limited, so he's seeking to slide down to the vice gubernatorial post. In other parts of Calabarzon region, sa Cavite, ang mga Rimulya nakaboto na rin, including the next in line to become the governor of the province, Abing Rimulya. He is virtually unopposed. Yung mga kalaban niya, wala namang makinarya to match him, to match his resources. So it's expected that he will cruise to an easy victory in the Cavite gubernatorial race, as well as his running mate, Ram Revilla, of the largest dynasty in Cavite. Nakaboto na rin sila sa Bacoor kasama ang ibang miyembro ng Revilla family. In Laguna, where we were earlier today, bumoto na rin ang iba't ibang kandidato sa pagkagobernador. Mainit yung laban sa pagkagobernador sa Laguna sapagkat yung 4 na tumatakbo bring with them their own political portfolio. Si Santa Rosa, Laguna, Congressman Dan Fernandez nakaboto na sa kanyang lungsod, kasama ang kanyang pamilya, including ang kanyang anak na si Danzel Fernandez, an incumbent board member who is now hoping to succeed his father in the House of Representatives. Sa bayan ng Bai, o sa Bay, ay nakaboto na rin ang mag-asawang Hernandezes. Ito ay sina Governor Ramil Hernandez na term limited, kaya umaasa siya naman ay magiging kongresista ng 2nd District ng Laguna. Samantalang yung incumbent representative na term limited din, si Congresswoman Ruth Hernandez, ay tumatakbo sa pagkagobernador. Samantala, sa San Pablo, bumoto na rin kaninang umaga sina Vice Governor Karen Agapay at former Congresswoman Sol Aragones. Actually, yung finalo natin ay yung pagboto ni former Congresswoman Sol sa isa sa mga polling places sa bayan ng San Pablo. At nakita natin mahaba yung pila doon sa presinto. Actually, Congresswoman or former Congresswoman Sol took 2 hours bago niya nakumpleto yung buong voting process. Although sa presinto niya, hindi naman necessarily because nag-malfunction yung machine. It's just that ang daming naka-assign na botante doon sa presinto niya at may influx din of voters in the morning doon sa kanyang presinto. But there was also a precinct in that same polling place, doon sa kaparehas na eskwelahan na yon, na mayroong isang makinang nag-malfunction. Na fix naman daw, ang nangyari kasi, yung machine ay nire-reject yung balota multiple times. So that caused considerable delay para doon sa mga botante. Yung ibang mga nandun na 5 a.m. pa lamang because of the early voting, it took them 2 hours, 3 hours bago sila nakaboto, bago sila nakapag-feed ng kanilang balota sa makina. So yun yung mga ganun yung mga na-notice natin dito sa ating pag-cover sa Laguna. Tama ka, Pia, this is the first election where we are using the machines of Miru. For the longest time, the Commission on Elections has used the machines of Smartmatic simula nang ma-introduce ang automated election system dito sa Pilipinas. We have been used to the technology of Smartmatic, but for the 2025 elections, we're trying a new technology because the Commission on Elections disqualified Smartmatic from bidding in the 2025 elections in relation to their alleged involvement doon sa bribery scheme with former COMELEC Chairman Andres Bautista back in 2016. So this is an ambitious project for the COMELEC, and there really is no room for error, although based on the reports that we've been hearing all day, it seems like it's not as smooth as the COMELEC wanted it to be, although sa kanila namang defense, ang importante din na dapat may contingencies in place when it comes to these potential hiccups on election day. At base dun sa nakita natin kanina doon sa San Pablo, Laguna, ay mayroon namang DESO support staff to fix the machine noong nagkaroon ng aberya.